I challenge all these people to respond to this question without saying racist. Why don't you like Donald Trump?
Every time I hear people talking badly about Trump or saying they're anti-Trump, a lot of them don't have any solutions on their own. People are so ate up with being anti-Trump that they don't provide their own solutions. So overall, this protest is pretty small. Yeah, there's not a wall there yet, bro. There might be more people that show up, but overall, it's not a huge protest. So yeah, seems like the more events we go to, the Trump events, the smaller the protests get. And I was saying there's like probably 20 to 1 Trump supporters or protesters here. It's probably like 51 or maybe even 100 to 1. I'm just being kind of conservative, but what you're looking at right here is overflow capacity at a Donald Trump event here in Austin. Trump's going to be speaking at the Expo Center. Obviously, you can't see it behind the trees, but there's a big Expo Center. This is all the cars that are being turned away. And of course, there's all the cars that the mainstream media won't tell you about.
Are they letting people in back here? Oh. All right. Are you here for Trump? Yeah.
Yeah, InfoWars! No! Now, could you imagine Hillary Clinton, for example? This many people coming to see Hillary speak? Of course not. And each of these cars is full with like 3 or 4 people. It's the first time I've seen a mile-long line of cars. This is like the end of that movie Field of Dreams with all the cars. And so, you know, it's BS when the mainstream media tries to tell us that Clinton's ahead in the polls when she can't even get, she can only get like a handful of people show up at her events. You know, she's pulling, what, 300-400 maybe. Trump's pulling in thousands upon thousands. He's having to get the biggest events in town and still overflow capacity, no matter where he goes, coast to coast. I'm a little bit out of breath. I just walked a mile.
Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go!
And y'all want to be master! And y'all want to be master! Get your ass out!
All the Democratic plantation. The Democratic plantation. Ain't no Republican plantation. Oh, I tell you what, when was the last time a Republican gave you some shit? No, I'm telling you, Democrats give everybody shit. That's how they get votes. Democrats. Tim, listen to that.
You will be arrested if you don't leave. You're violating state law. You will be arrested if you don't leave. Leave now. You're blocking an entrance.
What is it?
Leave now. You're violating a state law, blocking an entrance and an exit. You can't do this. Move out of the way. You can get,
Hey, they just kicked me out
here.
here.
Protest all you want. You can't block an entrance.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Really amazing show of force as they're trying to push everyone back now. They want to be able to open up.
Watch out, guys. Be careful. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step, guys.
Back to the hateful liberal side.
Take the devil! Take the devil! Fuck Trump!
Sorry, there's
Take him home, brother! Take him home, buddy!
Make UT football great again. $20.
Fuck Trump! Take him home! Fuck Trump! He drank too much!
They just kicked me out of here. Don't worry about it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
It's all yours.
I don't know if I speak for you guys, but we believe in Jesus Christ. We believe everything the Bible says, and knowing that what's happening right now is what was already said was going to happen is what scares me. And I think even though it's still going to happen, Trump staving it off is why I want to vote for Trump, whereas Hillary is deliberately bringing this country to the ground, and so is Obama. So that's why.
Let me give you a curveball question I've been thinking about.
Doesn't mean I can answer it.
Yeah, you probably could actually. That's what I'm going to ask you. Now, what would you say to atheists that are not really on board with Jesus Christ, but what would you say to them to get them on board against globalism?
Against globalism? Because all the things that are happening with globalism, you can see in history repeating itself that it hasn't been effective. You can look at communist China, communist Russia, Marxism, Lenin, all those people, Hugo Chavez. Which one's doing? I mean, look at Venezuela. Hugo Chavez running the country into the ground. It's never worked before. Why would it work this time?
Well, and atheists and Christians have died under all these regimes, so it's not like you're going to be a preferred human kafir that's going to get to live just because you're atheist or something. These people don't really care. So,
What do you think about Trump in particular? What brought you to Trump?
Well, the first thing was his stance on immigration. I liked hearing that someone's going to build a wall and do something about the illegal immigration. I felt like in the past that the Republican Party was almost kind of caving on it.
Yeah, the Gang A, right?
Right, pathway to citizenship, and he actually did exactly what everyone was saying was unpopular, and then look at how popular he became because of that stance.
Totally. I work in blue-collar construction, and it's a pretty difficult industry. Not the work, but just getting a job that doesn't pay $7 an hour.
How long have you worked in construction?
Before I was in the oil field, I worked in construction for about 3 years, and now I've been out of the oil field because of the whole Saudi deal, so I'm back in it, and I guess I've been working there for a year recently.
So you basically have concerns about the economy, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's 400 employees that we have, and most of them are illegal. And I would assume that you could probably hire college students and high school students to do some of the work that they're doing.
Like Trump said tonight, it's America first and not globalism. I rather stand way back from that and not let the world dictate what we do in our freedom, but really be a sovereign nation where our government is able to rule and with our freedom in mind.
And what do you think about the state of the economy the past couple of years?
Yeah, it's touted by the media as something that is doing better. But if you look around and you talk to people, you can tell, like the previous person you interviewed, it's not doing well. And we really need to make sure that our economy is stronger again. And Trump has a great track record about building up jobs and making sure that the average person is taken care of in this country.
I'd like to answer that question. Okay. So, on the economy specifically, if you look at the last 8 years, the stock market's been record highs. Real estate's gone up. Who owns stocks? Who owns real estates? It's the wealthy. They own multiples in those asset classes. And so that's what you've seen is the money going to the top, and the middle class and the poor have totally been left behind. And it's very obvious to the mainstream.
You can't come to America. You want to come to America, come the right way. That's right. Pay your taxes. That's what real Americans do. We work for what we have.
Oh, awesome.
So what brought you to Trump exactly?
Man, I've been supporting Trump since day one. I agree with what he's for. He's for the people. Nationalism, against establishment, all that. You know what's going on.
Well, what do you think about the people over there calling Trump racist?
Man, they don't ever have legitimate reasons or nothing. They can't back up the facts of why he's racist. Of course they're going to say, because he wants to deport. Well, he said illegals. They shouldn't be over here in the first place. Do it the right way. We get our illegals over here, and they come in. We know who's coming in. We need to know who's coming in. That's it.
What about you? What brought you Trump exactly?
Everything about Trump, everything he stands for. He's not racist. I don't know why people keep saying he's racist. He's just trying to make America better. He wants everybody to come. He wants the economy to blow up again. And everybody that comes from different countries is always not majority of them, but a lot of them are criminals, sex offenders, and everything. We don't know who they are. We don't know who's coming into America.
What do you think about identity politics in general, where people are divided up into race?
I'm assuming it's because
the media they're dividing us up.
That's media.
Their agenda.
Interesting.
Hispanic for Trump.
Any final comments?
Vote for Trump.
Hey, Trump 2016. All y'all Hispanics out there, y'all vote for Trump. Look at what he says on YouTube. Look at his videos. Don't judge him. Just look at his videos.
Yeah, maybe stop listening to mainstream media.
Stop listening to mainstream media. He's a good man.
Hispanics for Trump, man. Hey, Alex Jones, appreciate your work.
Yeah, Alex Jones, we love you, bro.
Yeah. I know you don't like hearing that, but...
Thousands of years ago, there was a basic form of chivalry. Our ancestors would hear the drums of war, giving the warriors of the tribe a chance to organize and prepare a defense. 60 years ago, when foreign air forces were approaching filled with bombs, they had drums of their own, air raid sirens. But in the 21st century, there are silent weapons for quiet war. Pathogens added to the food and water, into the lining of plastics that destroy our vitality, turn off our hormones, and accelerate our journey towards death. I personally counter this onslaught with Anthroplex. Anthroplex is designed with known organic concentrated herbs to create the basic foundation to normal metabolic activity inside the human body. Discover why Anthroplex is turning so many heads today. It's time for us to take our bodies back into our own hands, and it starts at InfoWarsLife.com with Anthroplex.